Well, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the hashtag
TFR
TFR
Motivation
Monday
Monday.
Zoom call. We are Dr. Dondi and Marcy Nettles. We are
Guys.
your presenters tonight. Well, we are your hosts tonight. We have an amazing presenter kind of hanging in the balance right now, but we want to share some information with you that is just so you understand the amount of support that we try to put into this team to keep you guys educated, keep you guys on the cusp of the learning curve, and keep you well informed so you have the most available, most up-to-date, and best resources to build your LifeVantage business with.
Yeah, and many of you are able to hop on here with us live, whether it's on the Zoom link or the team Facebook page. That's awesome. We appreciate you so much being here with us live. But we know that many people aren't able to, or maybe you're like us and you want to go back and watch it over and over and over again. Well, go ahead and subscribe to the Team Freedom Maidens YouTube channel, because we will be uploading this training as well as all the trainings that we do as soon as it's completed, and you'll get notified that there's new content to go and view. Okay, this is so important, guys.
Seriously.
And I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we have an amazing company, and we want to make sure that we are pre-active in every aspect of this business, including compliance and taking care of this opportunity. So please make sure that you have gone into your back office and you have not just clicked out of, but you have clicked on this notification message that you will find, the one that's here at the top right of the screen where it says notification message. Where it's circled, it says level 1 telling your story. Click on that, and it's going to bring you down to the bottom of the page to that circle under compliance training video level 1 telling your story part 1. Please watch it. It's 9 minutes of your time that could save your business and can elevate your leadership for your team. There's some amazing guidance in here, including what it says here, what you cannot say about personal testimonials. Although personal and true disease claims are never, capital never, permitted. Free speech ends when commerce begins. Okay, guys, so go and watch this. It's such an important part of building a successful long-term business.
And let me just, before we go on to the global convention slide here, let me just pound one point home as far as compliance is concerned. The company and the leadership of the company are extremely committed to the longevity of your business and the longevity of this company. And because the regulator community and the pulse of what's happening among regulators is feverish, they are looking for every opportunity to shut companies down for non-compliance. So we just want to take every single step necessary to protect your business, your right to do business, and the company as a whole. And that's why this compliance 9-minute video is so critically important for you, so that you'll understand what we need to do to protect this, but also what we should never do is be ignorant in what we can say, and we can learn how to say what we want to say passionately, but you have to check this out.
Yep, so don't click out of it, go and watch it.
Absolutely. So now we're going to talk about global convention.
Hugfest. We've renamed it Hugfest.
It is something that there's obviously this lockdown is affecting different people in different ways, but I think the one common thing is we are missing human contact with people that we love and care about. We're going to resume for the biggest family reunion this company's ever had, October 22nd through the 24th in Las Vegas, Nevada. It's going to happen, and you need to be there. So pre-register if you have not already.
And if you came in as a gold or a platinum pack level distributor, you have a free ticket. And if you don't know how to pre-register using it, please get with the person that sponsored you into the business or someone that's part of your support team to be able to help you get pre-registered like as soon as possible.
Oh my gosh. So pay every day. How's that? Getting notifications that you're getting paid every day. Capitalize on that. Get your business to Pro 3 as quickly as possible and start making sure you're getting that you are on this train. You need to be on this train. It's pretty awesome.
So fun to get notified every single day. This is an amazing tool that the company has come up with. And if you haven't checked it out yet, the monthly marketing playbook is your go-to source for information on the products of the month that they focus on each month, blogs that help you to educate people about those products, social shareables that you can use in your social media accounts, as well as podcasts and Facebook Lives that the company is providing, and a social media calendar. So if you don't know what or how to post or what type of a cadence to have, print this out and you can follow it on a pretty regular basis and do a great job with your social media marketing there.
Absolutely. And if you're watching this on Facebook, please put a comment down below that you've registered for convention and how much you love this corporate playbook or this playbook, and let's give corporate a big thank you for that. So now,
and if you're
promos,
a Zoomer, you can do it in the comments on
do
Zoom
it in the
too.
comments too. But the current promo is unbelievable. We're extending the Mother's Day bundles through the end of the month. You probably already heard, hopefully you've already heard that back in March, LifeVantage became debt-free. We are a debt-free company, and that is super important when it comes to any company to be flowing cash flow positive. But because we're in this quarantine situation, because we haven't had our regional trainings, there is a bucket load of money that's been backing up that the company wants to put into us to incentivize us to grow the business. And that's what this flipping the business switch promo is all about. 3 ways you can earn money in this.
Yeah, so you can either reach a new rank, you can return to a rank that you've already been paid at before the first of the year, or you can mentor others to reach new ranks and maintain them. So on the first way, reaching your rank, if you were paid as maybe a Pro 3 last year sometime, but you haven't been paid it in 2020 yet, if you work hard this month and get back to that Pro 3 rank, you can earn an extra bonus and maintain it next month. You get another bonus on top of that. And it works for any rank that you reach or this is the reach bonus. Rank up, guys, rank up. This is all about building your business, right? That's what this company is all about, is incentivizing us to build. And so if you have not been a Pro 3, 4, 5, or 6, and you can rank up to that this month or next month, you get these amazing cash bonuses. Do you see that? Ranking up to Pro 4, and you can get a $500 cash bonus, maintain it the next month, another $500. That's $1,000 into your pocket, guys. So that's the reach bonus. How about the return now?
And whether you're in chat or whether you're on Facebook, put in the comments below or call out what rank you're going to get. Call out what you're going to get and how much money you're going to get from it. Go ahead and do that now. Or you can return to your rank. So if you haven't been paid as a Pro 3, 4, 5, or 6, since January? In 2020. So that you can get back and return to rank and get the same bonuses. Check that out. So call it out. What are you going to get to for the first time, or what are you going to get back to, and how much money you're going to make?
And then if you are a leader and you have people on your team, you can help mentor people to these amazing ranks and get a one-time bonus. But there is a caveat to this. You must also be building your business.
Yes.
So you need to have a minimum of 500 in new personal volume into your business in the month, and you will get a one-time bonus for helping someone that you sponsored to hit Pro 3. That's $125. Pro 4, $250. Pro 5, $500. And if you help someone hit that rank of Pro 6, you can earn $1,250. That's amazing. This is capped out at $5,000, $5K into your pocket. That's pretty awesome. And how do we do it?
ITT, the Invite Tool Team. You're going to see this consistently coming up, this step 1, 2, and 3 system of inviting, turning the person onto a tool, and then introducing them to a team member for the follow-up. It's the system you're going to see happening over and over.
Yeah, and you can go back to that monthly marketing playbook, because all of the tools that you need to be able to learn about the promotion and to be able to incentivize your teams and work that promotion is all there, as well as all of these amazing Tuesday night overviews that are being offered. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Mountain Time, you've got Tara Wilson, Elite Pro 9, that will be sharing the LifeVantage story and how we make money here, guys. So please, the webinar information is here. You can do a screenshot or check your email and Facebook pages for all of the details and the opportunities we provide.
Every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday at the times you see there on your screen, we present the LVO, the LifeVantage Opportunity Overview, the one that you're going to see Tara crush tomorrow. Get all your guests and prospects there. It is something we want to provide support and opportunities for the team to tune in live 3 times a week to get their prospects in front of the information. So we want to do everything we can to build your team. Plug in.
Hey, and guys, just as a tip too, here at LifeVantage, we're a family. So if you have cross-line team members, people that you work with, but you're not necessarily part of the same team, let them know about these LVOs, because we offer them company-wide every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. It's always the same Zoom link, and there's no password necessary if you use this Zoom link.
And it's totally neutral. We send them back to the person who sent them there. There is no branding or our team here. It's all LifeVantage family.
And then Success Mastery, guys, this
Wow.
coming Saturday, our company's been taking care of us so well. 90 minutes of amazing, amazing training right into your household. This is also a great follow-up tool for someone that is looking to join your business, but they haven't quite made the decision yet. Success Mastery shows them exactly what the system's about, the support that they'll have, and the training to help them be successful. And as you can see here, here is Saturday's lineup with the amazing leads and master distributors that will be sharing time with us.
Yeah.
Such a blessing.
Plan to be there.
Oh my gosh.
So it's time to introduce our
So
special
excited.
guest.
I'm so excited. Oh my goodness. So do you want to introduce him?
You go ahead and read his bio.
Okay, so I've got his bio here, and it's pretty freaking amazing. We just love Jason. He is just a kindred spirit of ours. But Jason was introduced to LifeVantage in December of 2010 when his wife was really kind of suffering from physical ailments at the time. She jumped in as a distributor when she saw the information, and they built the business together using traditional methods of network marketing and reached the rank of Elite Pro 7. Then Jason got smart, and he decided that he wanted to start his own business 4 years after his wife had started hers. And he actually used both traditional methods and online marketing, social media marketing, to build his. He now builds his business by social media about 85% of the time. He achieved the rank of Elite Pro 7 in July of 2018, and then the rank of Elite Pro 8 in February 2019. I can just imagine what's going to happen in 2020, right? Jason has been an entrepreneur all his life. When he was introduced to this amazing company, he was the owner of a website development company, an herbalist, as well as worked as a subcontractor for a tax attorney's office. Jason has 4 beautiful children. The youngest 2 have never even known their dad to work a job outside of the home. They love to travel, and even took an almost year-long road trip across the United States, seeing the sights and teaching the children as they road schooled. That's so cool. I love that. So Jason and his family currently live in Atlanta, Georgia. So we are so, so excited. So excited. Do you want to bring him on?
Yeah, I wanted to and share something with you guys. Obviously, he's Elite Pro 8, had and 2 businesses, an Elite Pro 7 and Elite Pro 8 business at least. And in order to get there, you have to be the top of the top anyway. But something else about Jason is he was nominated by the Pro 10s and the former Field Advisory Board to the Field Advisory Board. And what that simply means, if you're not familiar that we even have a Field Sobriety Board, I've been clean for a long time, but you couldn't tell by the way I talk. But the Field Advisory Board is that you've got the corporate side, they do their job, and then you typically have the field leadership that do their job. The Field Advisory Board is the go-between. They are the constant communicators of what's happening in the field, the needs of the field, the desires of the field, the strengths of the field to corporate and vice versa. So when you get nominated to the Field Advisory Board by your peers, and in our case, the Pro 10s and the Field Advisory Board themselves, that is the highest honor I think there is for a distributor of LifeVantage, is to be nominated by your peers. So Jason has done that. He has delivered amazingly, and we are super honored and blessed to have him as our guest to be able to share with you guys why he's so fired up about his LifeVantage business and why you should be fired up about yours. So Jason, thank you so much for accepting our offer, being our special guest, and just bringing the goods like you always do. Please join us, my friend.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. I am looking forward to this.
You're amazing.
Well, thank you, guys. I am excited about LifeVantage for all those announcements you just gave. Those things are just unreal to me. I was telling my team, I don't ever remember a promotion since I've been in this company like the Flip Your Switch promotion that literally covers everybody. Right. It covers the whole gamut, and I love that. So that is definitely one of the things I'm very excited about. That I know that my team's fired up. I'm fired up about. The other thing that you also mentioned, I'm really fired up, is that whole ITT thing, guys. I am telling you, there's some things on the cusp that I think is going to fire this whole company up. I think it's funny because when I first jumped to this company, we would say the word momentum. We would say, don't miss momentum. Well, I think we're positioning ourselves right now. The stocks certainly understand that, right? The stocks certainly understand the momentum, but I think we're catching up as far as the field's concerned, that we're getting ready to make some massive steps within the company, within the field, with these promotions that are going on, with ITT, the stuff that's going on that are going on. that we're on the cusp of jumping into momentum even as we speak. And we're seeing some tremendous growth, and I'm thrilled to death about it. And so, guys, don't sit tight. That's the thing we don't want you to do. You know, we often say, sit tight. No, don't sit tight. Now is the time to run with your hair on fire. Build, build, build. I know summer's here. I get it. And a lot of you are saying, you know what? This quarantine's lifting up all across the United States. It's just loosening up a little here and there. And so you're now thinking beach. You're now thinking vacations. You're now thinking, I get it. I get it. But run with your hair on fire while you go on vacation. Don't take your foot off the gas pedal, because you're going to hate yourself later on when that actually happens. So, guys, there's so many things to be excited about in LifeVantage right now. Those are the top two right now that really excite me. We have a launch guide that is going to be unreal with the ITT stuff. You've been seeing kind of little bits of pieces of it with the Success Mastery. That's another thing, guys, just a consistency with the Success Mastery. And have they not been outstanding? I have loved the Success Mastery. The consistency with the Tuesday night opportunity calls, which you guys mentioned. Oh, guys, I am fired up about this, and I cannot encourage my team enough to really put the gas to this, because now is the time to run faster than you ever run. Our job is to cast a very big net. And you know what? There's so many people that are praying for this right now. I can't even tell you how many times we've had the opportunity over the course of the last several weeks for people saying, I'm looking for this type of stuff. So definitely go for it. Those are the things I'm excited. Those are the things I'm pushing with my team. I'm liking the fact that we get mentor bonuses with this promotion. So for us elites, it's kind of like, oh, most promotions are just for the new people. Well, guys, we don't have an excuse. We don't have an excuse. So run with it. I don't care what rank you are. Run with it, because it's going to benefit you. There is so much money on the table with this promotion too. I mean, thousands of dollars if you run the gamut. So I'm excited about that. So yeah, those are a few things. We can certainly talk long time about those things, but yeah, that's what I'm excited about.
I love it. I love that we are all excited about the same thing, and that we're all running the same way, right? And we're being supported from the company. Like you said, never before have we been supported like this. So I would really love for you to share with us, you know, how, like you said, 85% online, right? Social media. You know, can you give some key points on how, what if somebody's just getting started in social media, and then moving forward?
Yeah, no, that's a great thing. Great questions, and I appreciate the question. So, guys, one of the things that I'm going to say that, you know, I feel like I'm unique in the situation is the fact that I have built this business traditionally. So I know what the traditional knee-to-knee, belly-belly, coffee shop, home meeting, I know what that looks like. And let me just say, some of you may be like total not into social media. That's okay, because you know what? Traditional network marketing still works very effectively. And I think that's important for everyone to understand, because some of you are just like, I hate Facebook. I want nothing to do with Facebook. Listen, I get it. I totally get that. So we're going to talk about social media, because I think it's important for you guys to understand that there's a huge world out there that is just untapped with this. So like I said in the introduction there, our first business, we made Elite completely traditional style. Partially, get this, guys, and our old corporate staff that's no longer there. I'm so thankful for our corporate staff that we have here now, okay? But in our old corporate staff, in our bylaws, we could actually get our distributorship removed for posting on social media. Oh, this was so frustrating to me, because in my bio, it said that one of my businesses that I had before is that I actually had a website development company. So I actually knew how to do website stuff very well, but I actually got, I'm not saying this to scare you, I actually got a cease and desist order about 6.5, 7 years ago, because I was doing stuff on internet. And I'm like, whoa, okay, I'm out. I'm done. I'm not doing that stuff anymore. But thankfully, I'm so thankful that Darren, Justin Rose came into play totally changed the game for us, and now social media is an opportunity. Now, we did talk about compliance already. Guys, please just do what Don D and Marcy said. Go watch the 9-minute video on compliance, because I don't want to ruin it for you, but I certainly don't want to ruin it for the rest of us. Let's protect this baby of ours and nourish it and nurture it, because I'm going to tell you something, guys. You all have a multi-million-dollar business in front of you if you protect it and you work the business with income-producing behaviors. So there's my little spiel. Okay, now let's get to social media here. Guys, I love social media. I am not a social media nut. I'm not on it hours and hours and hours a day. So let me just say this. There are multiple ways to skin the social media cat. I'm going to tell you the way I do it, okay? There are other people in this company who do it completely different than I do and have wild success. That's okay. So I am not in any way, shape, or form trying to bash them for the way that they do social media, because it works. But I'm also going to tell you how I do mine, because it also works. So years ago, when I got the cease and desist order, I thought, man, I've got a little cool phone here that this is like powerful. It's a huge piece of equipment that, frankly, how can I utilize this for business? And so ultimately it came down to the process of, I bet you I can figure out a way how to use this and make my business run. Well, when Darren Jensen, Justin Rose start saying, yes, do social media, this is when I started really functioning this. So I'm a guy who likes to teach my team about duplication. And what I mean by that is, if you make something very difficult for your team will do it for a short time, and then they'll stop doing it. So my mindset is, I want to do something that the majority of my team will be willing to do. Not to say that there's not people who will always go the extra mile, but I realized in my business, you have a 80%, a 19%, and a 1%. In my organization, right? Everybody's business. The longer you grow, you're going to have that split. 80%, 19%, 1%. Those 1% are obviously the super rock stars, right? They're the ones who you say go, and they said, I've already gone. Okay? There's those people. There's the 20% of people, or the 19% of people you say go, and they're going. And then there's the 80% of people that you have to hold them by the hand. Well, guess what? 80% is the large majority of my business. So I want to cater mostly to that 80%. So this is what I've learned. And if you want to put this in the chat down below, just for fun, because I think you're going to see this. One of the things I don't personally mind doing, I don't mind doing Facebook Lives. So I kind of did a survey, and I'm going to do the survey real quick here right now, because I'm going to prove my point. How many of you, I want you to put, just say, write down, I love Facebook Lives. If you love to do Facebook Lives, put it down in the comments right now. Okay? Now, see, there are the people like Marcy who love to do the Facebook Lives. And I'm assuming if we're looking at the comments, there's probably very few people that love to do them. Now, let's go on to the next part. How many of you, I'll do them if I have to, but they're not really my thing, but I'll do them. How many of you that person? Okay, if you're that person, put that down in the comments. Like, I'll do them if I have to. Okay, now the number typically grows. Now, this is for the rest of you. How many of you are like, oh, I loathe doing them. I want nothing to do with them. Please keep me far away from Facebook Lives. How many of you are that group? If that's you, if you're the person, say, I hate them. I hate Facebook Lives. If that's you, put that down in the comments right now, okay? Because here's what I learned. The large majority of my team hates doing Facebook Lives. So why do I want to teach doing Facebook Lives to the majority of my team? Now, again, please understand, listen to this, because this is very important. I don't want to discourage the person who likes and loves to do Facebook Lives, okay? Because I'm going to give you a little hint on the other side of things. If you do Facebook Lives, it actually helps expedite your business. It really does. It helps you get your story across so that you're able to actually maximize your business faster. But for 80% of my business, I don't want you to feel like you have to do Facebook Lives in order to have a successful social media business. Okay? I do my business mostly, and I say 85%, but let's just be honest, it's probably closer to 90 to 95% of my business is through, and especially obviously the last 8 weeks, it's been 100% social media, and it hasn't missed a beat for me personally. Okay? Now, my whole theory was I want to do something that my whole team or the majority of my team will want to do. Okay? So notice I've been saying Facebook. Notice I haven't said Instagram. Notice I haven't said LinkedIn. Notice I haven't said this. And I'm not saying that those are bad social media platforms. They are, but here's the thing. There's 2.7 billion people on Facebook. It's a lot more customizable. There's just a lot more there that you can do that you can't do on those other platforms. That's why I focus primarily on Facebook. So if I'm going to break this down in percentage, I do about 98% on Facebook, 1.5% on Instagram, and a very minuscule 0.5% on LinkedIn. Okay? LinkedIn is a very frustrating animal for me. Okay? Oh, that's such a frustrating animal. Anyway, okay. So I'm going to talk Facebook style. And that's what I'm going to talk to you guys. So I thought, I don't want to do Facebook Lives all the time. I do them. I do them about twice a year. If you go to my Facebook profile, you'll see me do a Facebook Live about twice a year. That's it. Okay? But kind of give you some perspective. I already this year have enrolled about 15 platinum packs. Okay? And then also customers, silver, golds, and starter kits this year. Okay? Just to kind of throw you completely 100% from social media. This is not including my traditional network marketing. This is just social media network marketing. Last year, I was well in the 30s as far as just platinum packs alone from social media, okay? Now, some of you are like, oh, freaking out. This is the magic key to all the kingdom. No, this is a tool that if you understand the use of it, it can be very effective. Understand something. Social media is a way to cast your net to a bigger audience. That's what social media is for. See, there's this whole concept of branding. A lot of people say brand. And I'm not against branding, but understand something. What I've learned about a lot of people when they brand is they brand themselves, but they never throw a punchline in to what to do with their brand. So they're saying, I'm this person, and they're still this person 5 years later. They're broadcasting this person, but they never get to the point. Hey, I've got these products for sale. Why don't you buy some? So brands are good. I'm not saying don't do brands, but understand social media is for casting a net and occasionally dropping the bomb where people will want to come and learn by, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm going to tell you what I do. I think that's why we're here, right? You want to learn what I do, right? So here's the thing, guys. I am a huge fan of Facebook groups, both my own as well as other people's that I don't have any admin rights to, okay? So how many of you have ever heard of Andy Andrews before, right? A lot of us have. He's one of my favorite authors now. I didn't even know about the guy before I was in LifeVantage, but now he's like one of my favorite guys. So Andy Andrews says something that I have now taken as my personal mantra, okay? And the mantra is this: you've got to play the game that no one else knows that they're playing. And let me just tell you something. That is so incredibly crucial on Facebook. Because here is the thing, guys. A lot of people are trying to do social media marketing by learning from other people who are doing social media marketing who have no clue what they're doing with social media marketing. So ultimately what you have is you have the blind leading the blind. And some of you are spinning your wheels on social media marketing saying, I don't get why this is not working. Why don't I have 1,000 followers right now? I've been doing this for a week. Okay, let me tell you something. It doesn't happen that way, okay? And so I want to give you realistic expectations in the world of social media marketing. Can it work? Can it work fast? Yes. Guys, let me kind of give you a little bit of insight. Now that I've cracked the code of how to effectively do this on social media, specifically in groups, I will meet a person for the very first time. I get them to a Zoom call, meet them for the very first time on the Zoom call within a 3-hour time. They see something I post on a social media group. They then come to my Zoom call 3 hours later. I present to them LifeVantage. They act like they want nothing to do with it. And then the very next morning, 12 hours later, both the person and their spouse sign up as double platinum packs within less than 13 to 14 hours. People I don't know. Guys, this is called attraction marketing, and it's a wonderful thing. But again, realistic expectations. Don't expect just to do that overnight. Be patient. You're going to fumble, you're going to fall, but here's the one thing. Fail forward. There's 2.7 billion people on Facebook, which means you have a lot of people to go through to fail a lot, and that's okay. Okay? So don't be worried about messing up, because there's plenty of fish in the sea. So this is what I do. I'm going to tell you how I play the game that no one else knows that they're playing. So I'm a big fan of Facebook groups. So guys, I don't care what the Facebook group is. I really, really don't. There's a couple key things I'm looking for in a Facebook group. First of all, I want it to be a Facebook group that I actually have an interest in. Okay, I'm just going to throw something out for everyone because I know there's a common interest here because of LifeVantage. But let's just say there's a Jeep group, right? We all want our Pro 7 Jeep, right? So let's just say it's a Jeep group. And guys, there's tons of Jeep groups out there. So a few things I look for. First of all, I want it to be a private Jeep group. Not public, but private. Second thing I'm looking for is I want those groups to be at least 10,000 members or more. Now again, guys, it can be anything you want it to be. It can be horseback riding. It could be crocheting. It could be art. It could be farming. It could be, I don't care. It can be whatever in the world that you want to. But the reason why it's got to be something of interest, because rule number one, you've got to give value in these groups often. Don't come in there just to be a business mooch. You've got to go in there, number one, to give value and also learn about that particular subject, okay? So let's just go for Jeep, since we're all in the Jeep world. We all understand Jeeps, that we're all either looking forward to a Jeep or have a Jeep, right? So let me tell you something. Jeeps are expensive, okay? There's more customization to a Jeep than in any other vehicle on the face of this earth. Every single part of a Jeep can be replaced with something else. And you're going to learn about all the cool things that you can get on a Jeep, okay? And some of you are going to be so enamored when you get to buy your Jeep, you get to get your Jeep from a company, all the things that you can do to it. Now, here's the thing. I never had a Jeep till LifeVantage. This is the first time I've ever had a Jeep. So when I was going through the whole Jeep, I'm learning about all the things I can do. Well, guess what? I jumped into one of these Jeep groups, actually several of these Jeep groups, and for weeks, I was just soaking in material, learning, asking questions. Well, now I have a Jeep, so guess what I'm doing? I'm now giving education. I'm giving value. So again, if it's horses, if it's farming, if it's cars, I don't care what it is. It's okay to learn, but make sure you give value. So that's rule number one, give value. Because here's the thing, if you're not giving value, you are going to get called out on these groups and probably ultimately kicked out in these groups. Okay, so that's important. So number one, give value. All right, now here's what I've learned. And we're going to use the Jeep as an example again. Is that all the time, and I have multiple groups that I see this every single day, is that people all the time are asking about what do you do for extra income? I see this every day, numerous times, over and over and over. So we're going to use a Jeep group. And I've seen this over and over in my Jeep groups, and I'm part of several Jeep groups. I'll see people say, man, you guys have all kinds of cool modifications for your Jeep. How do you guys afford this? What do you guys do for extra income? What's your side hustle? and I see it over and over and over and over every day, every day, every day. Well, guys, I spend about 30 minutes to an hour every day scrolling through my groups, not my Facebook profile, just the groups, okay? I'm not a big Facebook guy. I really am not. I just know how powerful of a tool it is, so I just go through my groups. I'll show you how to do that in a second here. But all I'm looking for is how to give value and how to look for these particular types of posts. You're going to learn how to catch on them real quick. So guys, what do you think happens when somebody says, what do you do for extra money? Yeah, just hundreds and hundreds of comments underneath that post. So let me ask you a question. If you just go say, I'm with LifeVantage, do you really think you're playing the game that no one else knows that they're playing? Do you think you're playing a different game than everybody else that's out there? Let me give you a real specific answer. No. Okay, you're not. All right. The thing is that everybody else is talking about their business or opportunity, and you are going to get lost in the crowd. How many times do you scroll through 500 comments? I don't. I scroll through like 6 or 7 unless it's just an absolutely hilarious post and I'm actually looking forward to the comments. Other than that, I'm done after 3 or 4 comments, right? So guys, you've got to play the game that no one else knows they're playing. You can't just say, I'm with LifeVantage. The only thing about that might be unique is that LifeVantage, unfortunately, is such a small named company that should be a massively named company that nobody knows it. So somebody might take a second look, but I want to tell you something, that's not going to work. Okay? Now you can go the other route. You can say, I'm with a network marketing company. Well, same result. Guess what? Everyone else and their brother's in a network marketing company. So don't do that. Don't do that. Okay, so you're saying, so what do you comment on? Well, first of all, I only comment. I never post. I never am in the main post. Because people are really good at understanding, oh, that person, that was a setup post. The only reason why they set that post is because they were trying to get people to hook, line, and sinker. So just comment. I'm going to tell you, it's just a lot easier. So what do I comment? Well, guys, I comment, and I'm going to be very frank and up front with you. I don't comment a whole lot on people's health issues. You're going to see groups that talk about health issues all the time. And you're saying, well, why don't you comment a lot about health issues? Well, for the very specific reason of what was already mentioned, compliance. If a person says, I have a high blood pressure or cholesterol or diabetes, and then all of a sudden I say, well, I have something that might be able to work with that. Well, guess what I just did? I was just now non-compliant, and now I could get in trouble. So I actually stay away from the health-related things because, guys, it's very hard for me to be compliant when somebody specifically says, I have diabetes. What do you guys do for it? See how that's a problem? Okay, so I actually stay away from that type of stuff. The other reason why I stay away from that stuff is because a lot of people think it's a bait and switch. Because all of a sudden I talk to them about the product and then all of a sudden, oh, and let me tell you about my business. And now all of a sudden they say it is bait and switch, and now all of a sudden they're now mad at you. Guys, the last thing I want to do is people to be mad at me. I want to give them value on both sides. So what do? I look specifically for the income-related conversations. That's what I look for. All right? Now, with that being said, when these people talk and ask the question, what do you do for income? I usually use several different phrases here, okay? Now, please understand something. I'm going to say these phrases. You're as soon as going to get off of here and start scrolling through your Facebook, you're going to start seeing these things. You're going to drop these bombs, and then you're going to be frustrated because they're not doing exactly what I said, okay? So here's the thing. Again, be patient. Be patient. You're gonna have to learn that patience is the key with this, okay? And by patience, I don't mean 6, 7, 8 months. Just be patient in how you correspond back to these people. So if somebody says in these groups, hey, what do you guys do for extra income? What do you do for a side hustle? I might throw things out there that people don't know what they are. So I might throw something out there like, well, guys, I actually do biohacking. Now, how many of you ever heard the word biohacking before LifeVantage? Let me just tell you this. The large majority of people have never heard the word of biohacking, right? So guess what that does? That stops people, right? Or you could say similar things such as nutrigenomics. I work with nutrigenomics. Well, guess what? Same thing. How many people know about nutrigenomics, right? So ultimately, these are phrases that are standout phrases. And guys, we have a lot of standout phrases at LifeVantage. That's what sets us apart. I work with a publicly traded company. Whoa. We have so many mind-blowing things that we can say. Hey, I work with patented products. Hey, I work with companies that's independently validated on PubMed.gov. Hey, fill in the blank, right? You see all the cool things that we have that everyone else is just naming their particular company, but giving no value. Now, please, I'm going to say something. I'm going to say it. It's going to sound like I'm being negative. I'm not. I'm just giving you an illustration. People are going to say, oh, well, what side hustle? And then all of a sudden, you're going to see 450 people say, I do Plexus. Now, I have nothing against Plexus. Please understand that. But you're not setting yourself apart. That's what I'm trying to get to. And trust me, you will see 450 Plexuses out there from all the people. We want to set ourselves apart because we are a company that is set apart. All right? Now, other phrases I might use, such as, well, listen, this is how literally I say it. If you're going to do something, you might as well focus on leveraged income, period. You know what a lot of people do? Well, what's leveraged income? And then I wait, and I'm patient, and I'm patient, and I'm patient. And then after multiple people ask me, I'll give a definition. And then I'm patient, and I'm patient, and I'm patient. Then people are going to say, well, that's what I want. And then I say another thing to help them understand. And then ultimately, guys, here's the thing. When I cast this net, my goal is to get them to a Zoom call. Understand that. That is my goal, to get them to a Zoom call. That is my point. Now, let me show you a couple things. Because you are not friends with these people, I'm going to show you from my phone, because it is, since I'm using my phone, and I'm assuming the majority of you have got your phone with you the majority of the time, I'm going to show you what it looks like on my phone. Okay, now, I am an Android fan, so please, for those of you who are not Android people, I'm sorry, you picked the wrong phone. Okay, now, with that being said, I'm going to use this on my phone, because when somebody messages you that are not your friend, it goes to a mythical land that you may not even know exists. It's called the message request land. Okay, so I'm going to show you what it looks like on my phone so that you can kind of see how this goes. So I'm going to just hold it up here. So you see this is my messenger. This is Facebook Messenger, and you see my picture at the very top right there. So what I want you to do is I want you to click on that, and then you'll see right here where it says message requests. We're going to click on that and look at all those message requests I have right there. Okay, that's cool, because these are people who saw what I had to say, liked what I had to say. They were so curious. Here's the thing, guys. I didn't message them. They messaged me. And isn't that what I want? I want people coming to me. I don't want to have to go hunt for people. I want them to come to me. So then once they get here, I wait. No, I don't. I'm not a mosquito on a hot day, guys. Okay? I'm not like, oh, fresh meat. Let's jump on them right now. Don't do that. Be patient, okay? Have you seen the theme that I've been saying through this whole entire thing? Be patient. So then what I do, okay, and by the way, there's two areas here. There's the you may know section, and then also a spam button. This is fairly new. Most of the time when you see the spam, you see that right there. Most of the time they are fake accounts, okay? But do check there. You'll see I have two fake accounts right there right now. Do check there, because every once in a while, even though Facebook is pretty amazing with filtering these things out, every once in a while you do find one that slips through the crack. Now, guys, my goal is not to keep these people on Facebook Messenger. My goal is still to get them on a Zoom call. So let me tell you exactly how I say this. They're going to come in here, and let me tell you exactly. I'll read one back for you exactly how it goes, okay? Let me get one I can read here. Okay. I'm not going to tell you what group this is in, because this is my group. Okay. Are you ready? All right. So it says, this one's actually very formal. It says, Mr. Kokenzie. I feel kind of on it. I saw you on such and such a Facebook page. you mentioned about a side hustle. Would you be willing to share with me? Thank you, such and such a person. Okay? Now, that was today. Now, do you think I'd just vomit the information about LifeVantage right then and there? No, of course not. So this is what I say. First of all, guys, for those of you who've never met me, I'm 6'6". I have huge hands, big thumbs, and I hate texting. Okay, just so that you all know. So I don't want to text everything out here because it gets lost in translation, doesn't it? They're not going to understand it. So this is what I'll say. And I've learned this phrase because I need to filter my time. So I've learned this phrase, and I'll say, listen, hey, thank you so much for connecting. I really appreciate it. I would be more than happy to share it with you. Listen, here's the phrase. If you're really, truly, genuinely interested in, why don't we jump on a video conference call? It's going to be the easiest way for me to give you the information. It's too hard for me to text out. That's how I say it every time. And if they're interested to take a step further, then guess what? They'll ask, sure, let's do a Zoom call, and then we'll get that time established, and then we'll get on a Zoom call. But what I've learned is that if I don't say if you're really, truly, genuinely interested, I know that sounds like definitely repetitive, and it is, and I get that. I really do get that. But the reason why I learned that is because if I just said if you're interested, why don't we get on a conference call? And you know what? I had so many people who are just curious that were really just time wasters. I don't have time to waste, okay? I want to do this to build a business, not to waste time, all right? So I put really, truly, genuinely interested, and you know what I found out? It filtered a lot of people from responding. The second thing is, obviously, I wanted to get them on a video conference. So I actually have 2 filters in that message to help them to see how serious they are, because only the serious people will actually get on a Zoom call with me. And that's what I want. I don't want half-hearted people. I don't want curious people. I want people who are really looking to make a life change, who really want side hustles, who want extra income, and that's how I do it. But guys, the word patience has come through multiple times. I'm going to stop here on this point. This is enough information for you to at least start testing the waters and playing around with it. But I say be patient because I am not here just to cast the net for one person. If I am patient in my commenting on the post, guess what? I'm going to get numerous eyes looking at what I posted. And so guess what? I'm going to have numerous people who also Facebook message me. And guys, we use the word leveraged, talking about a continual concept, right? Well, this is really cool because when I leave these comments there, I find that people use a search tool in Facebook and actually find these comments months later. And sometimes people will comment and actually send me a screenshot of something that I did 6 months ago. And now their Facebook message requests me. And now I still have continual business of things I did 6 months ago. How cool is that, right? So guys, that's a little look into my Facebook world. Now, I'm going to say this, as you guys are getting started, you're probably going to spend a couple hours a day trying to figure out this method. Eventually, you're going to know exactly what to look for, and you can do it 30 minutes to an hour a day. And I'm telling you, there's 2.7 billion people on Facebook and growing. You're not going to run out of groups. You're not going to run out of people, okay? So I know there's probably thousands of questions, and I know we don't have time either. But that's just a quick look into Facebook groups, okay? We can talk long, but there you go.
You're amazing. Seriously, that was so good. And I mean, I took a ton of notes. I've got a ton of notes here, and I will be watching this over and over and over again. And I know that you will be too. But so much great value there. We did have one question that came through that I thought would be really beneficial for you to touch on because of your patience aspect that you posted about, or we're talking about, as well as talking about in the beginning, you know, it's going to take more time. What if you have tried social media and did it wrong in the beginning? How can you go back and make a correction?
Yeah, so, you know, it all depends on how you use this because, like I said, if you look at my Facebook profile, I've never mentioned one word about LifeVantage or network marketing in 9.5 years since I've been in this business. Now, I have shirts. I have hats. And you'll see those in my posts. You'll see those in my pictures. And it's ironic that in 9.5 years, no one's ever asked me about that, ever. Okay, except for one person a year ago. And he was actually a kid that I was mentoring when he was in high school. He's actually autistic. And at the age of 22, out of all the other people in 9.5 years, he's the only one who's ever picked it out. What's LifeVantage? I did some research on it. I want in. And I didn't actually sign him up because there was definitely some disconnect with his autism there that I didn't feel was right. But I don't post on my profile all this type of stuff. So you might have been the person who blasted your Facebook profile. And this is what I see. A lot of people, they go out there, they join LifeVantage, all of a sudden they're in the health and wellness industry, and all of a sudden they become the expert. So they post something on their Facebook page. Guys, I am now part of a biohacking company. If you have any questions about health, I'm the person. And I'm like, how all of a sudden did you become an expert, right? That doesn't happen overnight, guys. So when you're using these Facebook groups, guys, you can really start from scratch. And no matter whether you blew it up in the past or not, it really doesn't matter because you're working in these Facebook groups. Now, we do have a social media 2.0 that we can go to other advanced things, but this is the basic. If you get this stuff, this is actually a good step into moving forward. So if you're using these groups, guys, doesn't matter what your past was, okay? Your job is to set up as yourself as an authority, have good posture. Guys, posture works in traditional network marketing as well as social media network marketing. I'm just telling you, develop that posture, but be patient. And I'm just telling you, that word is key, okay? So hopefully that is of an encouragement.
I love that. And the only thing I would add to that is that delete. If you made that mistake in the past, you can delete those posts. You can change what it looks like. And I love the way Facebook gives us the memories, because I still have memories come up that back in the beginning, 2011, when I was blasting it out there, like you were saying, I'm still deleting posts.
Yeah.
Right? It's so you can delete it, guys. Don't be discouraged. You can start, and amazing tips.
Yeah, I think that the best tip you gave, Jason, was, and thank you, that was unbelievable information. I was commenting, and every time you would say something profound, I was putting it in the comments of the Facebook feed. This reminds me of something when you said, be patient. Be patient, learn, be a student, and then eventually started taking on that posture. It reminds me when I became a parent for the first time, and I was looking at my son who was about 11 months old, and he wasn't walking. And I was looking at all the other kids that were 9 months old that were walking. They were 10 months old and they were walking. And I'm thinking, what's wrong with my son? And one of my patients came up to me and he says, Doc, have you ever seen anybody that just decided that walking was too difficult and they stopped trying? I'm like, no. He goes, then don't worry about it. Your son will walk when he's ready to walk. There's nothing wrong with him. And I just got the visual. It's like I could imagine some 30-year-old guy go, I tried walking when I was a kid. I fell down 4 times. Screw it. I'm just going to go around in this wheelchair. They have full capacity to do it. They just choose not to do it. And I think this is the same thing. We give ourselves, I was kind of picking off what Marcy talked about last week in one of her lives about comparitis. When we compare where we are, our step 2 to someone else's step 12, we forget about the 10 steps in between. So the patience, I think, was perfect. Thank you for reiterating that, because that's something that we have to understand and be conscientious of. Wherever we are, be patient to learn and observe. And I loved you when you said you're patient, you wait and wait for people's interest, and then you get 10 people when you could have, if you would have instantly pounced like a mosquito on a hot day, you would have got 1. But the patience is what brings more. I love that. Thank you so much. Just great information today.
Yes, you're amazing. Thank you so very much. We appreciate you. And thank you for your time sharing it with us. And guys, really, this is all about personal growth. The times that we grow is when we do things that are new and uncomfortable and we stretch ourselves. If you are comfortable all of the time, you're not growing. And if you're not growing, your business is not going to grow. So take the opportunity, get uncomfortable, try these things, do these things that this amazing leader, Jason, shared with us. And you will see results with patience.
Yes. And Jason, thank you so much for all the sacrifice you make to make this company a better company by being on our field advisory board. We honor it and respect you so much for that position. And we're so incredibly blessed to have somebody like you on our field advisory board. Thank you.
Woo-hoo. We appreciate you. Have a great night, everybody.
God bless, brother.
Thank
you so much.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Take care. God bless.